This is a Sigma 35mm Cine Prime that's been retuned by the guys over at V35 Project.
You're watching CineD, supported by B&H and CVP.
Hey everyone, Graham Ayler Sheldon here from CineD.com. Welcome back to Cine Gear 2024. I'm sitting on the porch with Domenic from V35 Project to talk about a lens that was previously a Sigma 35, still kind of is. What am I looking at here?
This is our kind of new business model. We're taking, think of it as the opposite of a lens rehouse. So we're taking off the shelf, new modern optics that what a lot of cinematographers would class as maybe boring or uninteresting because they're so clean and sterile. And we're going in and optically retuning them to have a lot
Real quick, from the Sigma perspective, sharp edge to edge and neutral color cast would probably be said, but yeah.
Yes, 100%. Basically, really well-performing lenses from a technically gradable aspect, but that
lacking some character, perhaps.
Yes, lacking some character. DPs want something that has a little more, maybe defining characteristics to help tell their stories. So we're going in and optically retuning all these clean, modern lenses to just add a little bit more character to them. Think of it as an emulation of some old sets, like this Sigma V35 Project version was emulated after the old Kowa full-frame spherical primes. So breaking down tons of source footage to really see what those characteristics are, where fall-off happens, and sharpness, and bloom, and contrast, and really try to print as much of that onto every focal length that we can as kind of a cheaper alternative to a lens rehouse project, because right now there's really nothing in between something very expensive as a lens rehouse and modern cine lenses. So it's kind of the best of both worlds in modern lenses because you get all the benefits of modern in terms of no breathing, low chromatic aberration, great mechanics, sometimes weather sealing, just amazing features of modern lenses that are really hard to have in rehoused and classically old vintage glass.
So can you just break down, a little bit more about what exactly you're altering, and then how does this process work from just myself, filmmaker off the street, what I send you in the donor glass, how does all this work?
Yeah, 100%. So basically, everything we're doing is between the front and the rear element. As a rental house owner myself, those are the two most problematic points. So these are all just stock factory elements in the front, and everything in here is also factory stock. So from a serviceability standpoint, we made these very service friendly so you can just get parts right from the manufacturer to replace everything. Everything we're doing is inside, and it's a range of some proprietary things, but paint and spacing and adding our own kind of material and elements and things, proprietary magic inside to add to that lower contrast, fall off, bloom. All these characters can be altered within the lens, and that's what we're doing. So you can either, if you have a set that's just been kicking around, want something new out of it, send them to us and we just retune them for you as a service. Or since we're dealers with a lot of the manufacturers that we offer, we can just order them directly. They go right to you brand new, tuned, right out of the box.
So how does this work? Well, let's maybe just, for example, look at a Sigma 35, which you're holding right now. So say I send you one prime, in this case, the 35. Can I expect, a couple week turnaround? And then what sort of cost am I looking at? And then I guess question 3 is this reversible at all if I decide I want my, OG Sigma 35 back at the end of it?
Yes, so basically the process is pretty short, all things considered. Lens rehousing is, we're talking years. With this, we're talking weeks, 4 to 8 weeks, depending on the lens and if it's used, if we need maintenance or service before we start the modification process. But really less than 2 months, worst case scenario. So very fast, all things considered, once we get it. Price point on the Sigma, and really a lot of our primes is anywhere from $2,500 US to $2,750 US. The Sigma is the 2750 line. So affordable, all things considered. Expensive if you're just getting into things, but if you're a lens owner and know how expensive vintage lenses are to rehouse, very cheap as an alternative. Now, the cool thing is if things do change in the future and next year, everyone's like modern and clean is the jam, very small reversal fee, we can come in and everything is fully removable and we can put your lens exactly back. So if you are used to the mechanics and pulling focus by hand yourself, you don't really have to sell and buy and get used to something else. We're really pushing longevity. And not only that, the tunings. If the market gets crazier and we want crazier looks, we can still go further with all of these and really change as the market changes much faster than manufacturers can adapt to that change. So we're kind of here to help everybody out and stay current with the demand of cinematographers from a look perspective across multiple formats, spherical, anamorphic, etc.
Last question, and I'll let you go back to your Cine Gear. From my perspective, can I customize it even a little further? If I'm like, I like what you were doing, can I add, more X?
Yes, so there are some custom options available. The price goes up substantially. The reason we can keep the price low from our perspective,
Repeatable.
it's repeatable. But the benefit of repeatable is if you went to 50 cities and rented 50 sets of the same type of lens, they're all going to color match within the manufacturer's stock, plus or minus of character matching and color matching. So really, the universality is the selling point of this compared to vintage. You get color matching, consistent T-stops. Everywhere you go, the mechanics are going to be 100% the same. And not only that, as an added benefit, the Sigmas with the PL with metadata, you get to keep it. So not only do you get character, you also get the ability to keep all of your metadata passed through your iData or XD on some of our other sets as well. So really a first and a hybridized version of what's currently on the market for cinematographers in terms of rehoused lenses and clean modern optics.
Well, look, in a way, you've created a good problem for me. Now I need my OG Sigmas, I need my Sigma Classics, and I need V35 Sigmas, and I'm running out of shelf space.
As are all of we. But we're here to help with that problem to some degree. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, that's it for us here at Cine Gear 2024. That's the V35 Project. Check it out online for more information, and stay tuned for more continuing coverage from the show. Bye, everybody.